machine efficiencies are same.
Machine.
So he want to know something about the similarities of that energy efficiency and machine efficiency.
Okay, there is a yes. When we talk about energy efficiency and machine efficiency, there is a thin line between these two. See, machine efficiency can be seen in various machine, or we can say a plant efficiency. Yes, overall, it is related to all the input resources to the output that we get, right? So energy efficiency is one of the part of the machine efficiency or plant efficiency, because energy is one of the resources that is going in. When we also talk about the material that is being used, the human resource, so all these resources we have to consider when we talk about total efficiency of a machine. Or we can say, if you increase productivity of some equipment, definitely it will impact the energy efficiency, but other resources are also to be considered. And we are, when we are talking about energy efficiency, we are talking about a particular resource only. Okay, so they are related, but there is a thin difference between both. uh, is this concept clear, or anything else is to be answered?
Sir, a student Omkar Nannaure from B division, he
Yes.
wants to know how we can achieve the high energy efficiency in a bio-CNG plant. What parameters should be considered for energy consumption and production analysis? Basically, sir, he is working on
Mhm.
the filtration of that biogas, means the
Okay.
separation of the CO2 and the other gases to achieve the maximum methane from the obtained biogas from the biogas plant.
Okay.
So in that case, he is asking some guidance.
Okay. So,
Over to you, sir.
yes. So, may I just reframe the question? If we are talking about energy efficiency in bio-CNG plant, then it is a different question. But if we are talking about the output methane, or at the filtration point, because in biogas plant there are various stages, or bio CNG, when we are specifically talking about bio CNG plant, then there are various stages where uh, the energy efficiency or the efficiency parameters will be different. Like basically the feed, the digester design itself will attend the one efficiency part, which is conversion. If certain feed that is being fed to the digester, how much of it is converted to biogas, and how much biogas potential is recovered from that feed is a very important parameter in efficiency of a biogas digester. But if we are specifically talking about post biogas generation, the biogas scrubbing part, then definitely the technology that is being used for scrubbing the carbon dioxide, H2S, and moisture from the gas, the output that we want is methane. Just for everyone, I would like to tell one thing, that biogas, when we talk about biogas, it is a mixture of methane, carbon dioxide, a very small amount of H2S, hydrogen sulfide, and some amount of moisture. So in a bio CNG plant, the output that is required is the methane, pure methane. So according to the standard of bio CNG, this methane should be more than 97%. Then that gas will be called as bio CNG. So when we are talking about the filtration, we have to consider how much methane loss we are that methane loss is being occurred at various filtration stages. So which technology are we using? On the other hand, how much other gases, mainly CO2, how much of CO2 will remain after scrubbing or after filtration of gas? So these are some parameters that will affect the efficiency of uh, the system, the biogas cleaning system. Okay.
Uh, Here is
Even you
one.
can ask these, both of these can ask if their questions are not answered completely. They can ask.
One more interesting question come from a student. He wants to know what exactly the energy consultants are doing. Means what is the work of an energy consultant? And mainly, sir, I want to share something over here that being an engineer, being a postgraduate engineer, lots of students are not having the knowledge of this particular field. They don't know what is the certification exam. They don't know the process they have to follow, and what is the use of it. So sir, in that respect, I request you to please guide our students.
Okay. See, when we talk about energy consultant or any consultant, consultant is a person who studies various processes, integrates, the consultant integrates various processes, the requirement and the supply to it, means whatever resources are to be catered. So when we talk about energy consultancy, basically energy consultant has to be an engineer, not only certified, but by approach, by attitude, one has to be engineer, because wherever energy is being used, they are all related to engineering applications, right? So uh, when a consultant plays some role, he has to know various forms, various technologies of generating various forms of energy, as well as the ways of supplying them, so that the application end, the application where we have to utilize this energy, has to be matched. The supply and utilization has to be matched properly. Okay, like some electrical consultant, when he plays a role of energy consultant, he has to know what is the load at a certain facility, and how much he has to cater to that. Because when you apply to the distribution company, you have to know how much power will be required. So a consultant plays a role, energy consultant plays a role. Like, for example, I visit various industries. So in some industry, uh, I just visit to work on some process. But when I am working on process, I am working on enhancing the efficiency of the process. I usually find that there are inefficiencies in the utilities. For example, the compressed air being used for instrumentation, the operation of valves and all, they require compressed air. So usually there are a lot of leakages in compressed air system. So I should know that my valves are not operating properly because there are leakages and there is pressure drop in compressed air line. So when I go and repair this, there are two things that I can achieve. I get better productivity, better quality of product, and uh, the other hand is I achieve energy efficiency, thus reducing the energy cost. So, like any other consultants, energy consultant has to know uh, all the engineering aspects and the solution. He has to give the solution to the problems in the applications. Like now, I think Thakur sir, you are working on scum reduction systems, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
this is a problem. Means one problem for the operators in this biogas plants. But for Thakur sir, it is a result of something. So he has to, as a consultant, when he goes somewhere, he has to study the process. Or even I think other students are there who are working on this system. So you have to know various technologies. You have to study the behavior of the feed, behavior of the digester, the slurry, so that you can find the solution to this problem that is there on the field. So when a consultant plays a role, basically he has to have clear idea of the basics and the application as well. So the person who links this is a consultant, and usually lighter note, the consultants are like heads I win tells you lose. There are many people who are experienced ones, but I'll tell you this: if it happens, it is good. If it doesn't happen, then it is your fault. So that way, usually some consultants work. But to be very positive, we have to know our basics very thoroughly. And in addition, the experience will help us in achieving it.
Sir, can you take the last question? Means, if you allow us.
Yeah.
We have a faculty, Professor Sumit Kadmik from Sipna College of Engineering, Badnera.
Okay.
It's situated in Vidarbha. He is actually a virtual classroom allows us to join the people across the
Okay.
Maharashtra. So he is eager to know about the National Cooling Action Plan. So can you actually guide us regarding this?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it comes under the NMEEE, so National Missions for Enhanced Energy Efficiency. But
Okay.
this plan is not enforced to that level, as per my knowledge, and
Okay.
it is not into that much action. It
Okay.
should have been.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Here, actually, the valuable guidance we have got from your side, sir, and hopefully the students will take the advantage of these things. Those who wants to do the energy certifications or do the actual work,
Yes.
they will definitely take the advantage.
I'll just tell about this one because you have mentioned
Yes.
this certification that is there. See, I'm
Yes.
I'm certified energy auditor for Bureau of Energy Efficiency. They conduct
Yes,
the exam is conducted by National Productivity Council, and see, these certification exams are at professional levels. Okay, so at this stage, every one of us are students, means we are freshers, and it is expected that your knowledge uh, should have a strong backing of experience. It is expected. So for this exam, for a engineer, it is required to have at least 3 years of experience in engineering field. So and then you can appear for the exam, and this exam means you get certified as energy manager and auditor. And some people who are having
Okay. Two
background
levels.
huh?
Means there are two levels in that.
Yeah, but means there are actually 4 papers that we have to clear. The first 3 papers, if we clear, we get certified as energy manager, and with the 4th paper, you get certified as energy auditor as well. So for means the criteria for energy manager means some people who have done diploma and have certain, say, 4 or 5, I think, years of experience, they can appear for only 3 of these papers and get certified as energy managers. But for BE students with 3 years experience, they can appear for all 4 papers. And see, this is actually again everything that is there in the syllabus is basic engineering only, and mechanical engineers know everything of everything that is there in the syllabus. So it is more it is quite easy for mechanical engineers to get certified as energy auditors, but the electrical people don't know the mechanical applications and all, so it becomes hard. But any engineer can appear for that exam. So that will add to the qualification, the portfolio, and then further you can get accredited as energy auditor. For that, you require sector-specific knowledge and all. So yes, certifications are just additional things. These are professional certifications. So be certified energy auditor, and there is some time for the B students to uh, get eligible for these competitive exams.
Sir, there are some few faculties are there in this particular session. So I just want to know, as I am a lab in charge from last more than 4 years of thermal power lab there.
Hmm.
So can sir that experience can be used to apply for these examinations, or there is completely industrial experience is required for that particular
Yes, it is
examination, sir?
actually.
As a part of curiosity.
Yes, yes. The engineering industrial experience is required for the examination.
Okay, sir.
You have,
Okay, sir.
you have
Okay,
to
sir.
work on some
So means
kind
that
of.
is mandatory.
Yes, that is mandatory. That is
Okay,
mandatory.
okay. Thank you very much, sir. Uh, Thanks for your valuable guidance, and hopefully student will take the advantage of this thing. For students, I have posted the feedback form. Please fill it. And tomorrow there is a session in the afternoon. It will start around 2:30 and it will end by more than 2.5 hours will required. So it may go up to 5. So you have to be ready accordingly with your all the chargings, whatever the data you have to keep it, because today the very important personality again going to talk with you, Yogendra Talware sir, so Storm Energy Director, and he will give you a valuable insight on tariff methods. So basically, he is working on the power factor, and it will be definitely again I think a very good session for you. So please act accordingly. And once again, thank you very much, Amol sir.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
a lot.
your guidance throughout the session.
All the best. You can share
Thank
the contact details to students if required. They can ask the questions
Yes, sir.
or
Yes, sir. Definitely,
contact
sir.
me.
Definitely, sir. I will do at the after the end of the session. Definitely, sir.
Okay, thank you all of you. All the best for the
Thank you very
future.
much, sir. Thank you very much.